In our last lesson, we introduced the concept of dashboards as a one-page story that can summarize multiple reports. We described the relationship between reports and dashboards within a workspace. So now in this lesson, we're going to walk through a sample dashboard to further clarify the purpose and function of dashboards in Power BI service. We're also going to demonstrate many features of dashboards as we discover how to interact within the service. And I just want to point out a few features here. I have these tiles, and on these tiles are visuals. These visuals originated in reports in my sales workspace, which is where my dashboard is also located. These tiles actually link back to the reports from which they originated. So I can click on the tile, for example, this sales by order date bar graph, and it takes me to my sales analysis report. Now, to get back to my dashboard, I can just use the back arrow or backspace because there's not a direct link back to the dashboard from that visual. Here I am back on my dashboard, and I also have this return amount by order date graph, which actually originated in my returns analysis report. So that is a different report with a different data set. And again, to get back to my dashboard, I'm just going to back arrow. Something else I want to point out about these visuals, you're not going to get the same interactive functionality that you would have inside a report. So you cannot cross filter one visual with another visual inside of the dashboard. Like I couldn't click on this bar, for example, this 2014 bar to filter the rest of the dashboard by the year 2014. What would happen is it would take me to that return analysis report. So clicking anywhere in the tile here would take me to the return analysis report from which this visual was pinned. However, you may have noticed as I was hovering over these marks that we do see the details on the marks. So that's a commonality to reports. Here we can see the date and the return amount. Similarly, if I hover over the marks in this stacked bar graph, I can see the information for each mark as well, the details there. So don't forget that they will not cross filter the visuals, that it will just act as a link back to the report. And so here we see a lot of the same options that are available for report visuals, such as I can add a comment, I can chat in Teams, I can copy this visual as an image, which is kind of cool. It'll just copy it to your clipboard so you can then paste it into a presentation. I can go to the report from here. I can open in focus mode. I'll demonstrate that. Here, the visual, as you can see, is enlarged to fit the entire screen. And this is really nice for this type of visual where we have a lot of detail. So exiting focus mode, just click here. And we also see a lot of commonalities between dashboards and reports with regard to this menu at the top where we have the comment feature, and this type of comment is a comment for the entire dashboard as opposed to the comment on a specific visual. We can subscribe, so just click subscribe and go through the same steps that we would with reports. We also have the ellipses here for more options on the dashboard itself where we can access the related content pane. I find this to be particularly useful for dashboards, especially ones like this that feature visuals from different data sets. That's related content. We've discussed that before. Just note it's available here as well, and you can see even more information. One feature that I think is really neat and unique to dashboards is question and answer. If you put your cursor up here where it says ask a question about your data, you enter this view, the Q&A view. Let's go ahead and try one of these suggested questions just to make it a little easier on ourselves. And let's say we want to know about top segments by sales year to date last year. We click on this and almost instantly we can see that this beautiful bar graph is generated for us that shows sales by segment. And to exit Q&A, we can just click here, and that brings us back to our beautiful dashboard.